This is a call to action for better professional learning when it comes to specially designed instruction. When one size fits all fails. As a special educator, I have seen firsthand how students with disabilities are often left behind, not because they aren't capable, but because instruction wasn't designed for them. The motivation behind this call to action comes from countless IEP meetings where a plan was solid, but the follow through fell short. And that's because professional learning is lacking in SDI, and it has to change. When instruction is generic, students with unique needs fall through the cracks. But what if instruction met every need? Instruction should fit the learner, not the other way around. It's a vision of possibility. What if SDI was something that we could get a hold on and that we could have proper training on to be better? The current reality is educators want to support students, but with confusion about SDI, it leads to inconsistent implementation and generic accommodations and not individualized instruction. What SDI could look like is intentional, aligned, and empowering. With proper training in SDI, we can thrive in the classroom, and students that are engaged in meaningful tasks are supported by intentional instruction that align with their needs and IEPs. Why we struggle with SDI comes down to proper professional development. SDI, or specially designed instruction, is a key component of special education, and it's defined by IDEA as adapting the content, methodology, and delivery of instruction to meet the unique needs of students with disabilities to ensure access in the general education curriculum. SDI is not just differentiation, accommodations, or a place. This is where effective professional learning has to come into play. We can break the cycle of the one size fits all learning. We don't do this for our students, so why would we do this for our teachers? It needs to be a flexible framework, from explicit instruction to strategic co-teaching to integrating technology and multisensory methods. SDI can take many forms, and the training that goes along with it needs to as well. What happens if we stay the same? If we don't change, we risk missing the chance to truly meet our students' needs. Teachers grow frustrated, students are disengaged, and progress remains the same. We have to do better, not only for our learners, but for our educators. What it looks like when we get it right. Specially designed instruction is not just a single approach. It's flexible, from explicit instruction, strategic co-teaching, to integration of technology and multisensory needs. It can take many forms. There are 5 key principles when it comes to effective professional learning that I would focus on when it comes to delivering SDI. It means that it would be lasting over time. It would not just be a one-day sit and get workshop. It would be a process where teachers would be supported throughout their year. There would be implementation and coaching involved, where we would go into real classrooms and get one-on-one support for what each teacher would need based on their unique students' needs. It would be actively engaging teachers in simulations and case studies and working on real time with real students. It would be modeling in real classrooms and using strategies and tailoring the professional learning to each specific need. Together, we can change. We can demand better training that focuses solely on SDI. We can build communities and start PLCs to where we can create safe spaces for us to give each other feedback. And we can model for each other. Empowering educators is the first step to empowering students. Together, we can transform special education. Thank you for taking this journey and for you being a part of the change.